You're a representative of the 3-day rule, so
I am.
You know, I don't know what your take on this is going to be.
Yeah, so 3-day rule is kind of an interesting hybrid. We use the technology from online dating, but then we meet everybody in person. So, you know, we use kind of like the same algorithms and you know, we have facial recognition technology. We have that tech piece, and then we do the old school go meet people. So when people ask me, like, should I online date? Should I use the apps? Does it work? It's kind of a tough thing. And I say, yes, you should be on the apps, do all of that, but I don't think it's the end-all be-all, and I don't think it's right for everybody.
Okay. Who is it not right for?
So people who are open and willing to go out and be proactive and meet people in person, I think they have a little leg up, and so online dating might not be as necessary for them.
Okay.
And then I also think that online dating is really time-consuming. So sometimes people will come to us when they just say, I'm a busy professional, you know, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I don't have time for online dating. So I see that side of it. If you're willing to spend the time and kind of do that diligence, I think it could work.
Well, to your point, I think it could work is an understatement, right? 33% of all marriages in the past 3 years started online. About 20% of those came from conventional online dating sites. So it's working for like a whole bunch of people. Now you hear all the complaints about how it doesn't work. And like anything, part of the reason it doesn't work is people aren't doing it right. If you got IKEA furniture but you weren't given the directions on how to put it together, you might struggle with your IKEA furniture.
Sure.
Even the furniture works just fine, you just don't know how to put it together. So, you know, I've got a program called Finding the One Online that like walks people through the entire process to the point where you can make the medium work for you. The whole idea is that it's the single greatest source of single people that you're going to find anywhere. So if someone has such an active, busy social life and you go out and you get hit on every week and you got a date with a new guy every week, God bless you. You never need to set up a profile. That doesn't describe most people's lives, right? For better or worse. So is real life better? Yeah, but real life, I know a lot of people who are waiting for real life, they refuse to go online. They've been on one date in the past year. So that's what real life is producing. So to me, this is a necessary supplement. It's the equivalent of having a gym membership. You should always have that membership if you want to stay fit. You could not do it. Because there's other ways to get fit.
But I would also argue that it can be helpful to have a personal trainer. So that's sometimes how we
That's
always...
literally what I call myself, your personal trainer for love. I get it.
Yeah, so, but I think you're right. I think going at it alone is not easy. And it is helpful to have people who have, you know, or experts who know what they're doing, like you, to really explain to them, you know, this is what works, this is what doesn't, this is best practices. You know, people have no idea what photos look good.
No,
There's
people
so
are
much
doing the
to
best.
learn.
People are doing the best they can, right? It's all innocent. But there's like anything in life. Whatever you do for a living, I can't do your job, right? If you're a plumber, I can't do your job. I can read directions, I can't. So basically, what we've tried to do is turn this into a science. Here's what men experience, right? Here's the massive amount of rejection that men experience, right? Here's what women experience, right? Which is different. They're getting hit on by hundreds of men that they don't find desirable. Why don't they find it desirable? Guy has no idea how to write an online dating profile. No idea what to say in a first email, right? So there's a skill. It's a learnable, achievable skill where if you learn it, you're going to differentiate yourself from 90% of people without much effort. And then the effort that you're putting in, you're not spamming 50 women and sort of hoping someone writes back. You could write to 4 women and have 2 write back, and now you're in business. And that's really the model I'm working on, is date online for a half hour a day. Right? You could go home, see a whole bunch of women at a bar, not talk to any of them, quite realistically, and then go home and write to that same woman that you didn't have the guts to talk to in real life. And get in touch with her. And you can do that in a half hour a day, which actually takes less time than standing at a bar for 3 hours and costs less money.
No, I agree. I think, you know, we always tell our clients, our matchmaking clients, to supplement. And I think that was the right word, like supplement what you're doing with online dating. So, and then put as much time into it as you can and as you want. I think a lot of people come to us because they just don't enjoy it, you know? And so I'm a matchmaker. I go out, I go to events 5 nights a week.
Sure.
I enjoy it. So it's like having somebody to do that dirty work. I go on everybody's bad first dates
Sure.
for them, and just send them the good ones. So it's almost like I'm filtering their online dating profiles for them.
Sure.
But yeah, you know, I think you're right. Like, everybody should be online dating in some way, and I think they should know the landscape too, because it kind of gives you a sense of where you stand and
No,
what
it's
people are doing.
very, very humbling. If you haven't done the work to set yourself up. Again, some people go online because it's free to set up a profile, and it's, you know, you wouldn't go into a job interview and hand someone a napkin and say, here's my resume. And that's the way people date online. They put no thought into how they're uniquely positioning themselves and the vast amount of competition.